All right, trade pros, good morning. Welcome to the market update for Tuesday, November the 19th. This is George Pezop, Trade Pro Academy. Hope you're having a great day and you are ready for another day of trading. All right. Yesterday we got some, or overnight rather, we got some new all-time highs. So the S&P 500 on the futures, new all-time highs, 31.32 half. We've had a tremendous rally after breaking the 29, about 100 points up off of it now. And we continue to go up. So what prompted this rally in the last 24 hours? There's a few things here that happened. Yesterday, there was a big news event, not a news event, but a big revelation that Donald Trump and Jay Powell had met in private with Steve Mnuchin, and that really drove markets higher overnight. Slowly but surely, it pumped them up, just like we thought it would, because it was a very dovish Federal Reserve type of development that pushed markets up. All right, here's what Donald Trump said. Just finished a very good and cordial meeting at the White House with Jay Powell of the Federal Reserve. Donald Trump continued to say everything was discussed, including interest rates, negative interest rates, which is very dovish, low inflation, easing, dollar strength and its effects on manufacturing, trade with China, EU, and others. Donald Trump tweeted late Monday, and that really prompted the overnight rally as well. Why did that prompt the overnight rally? On the surface, people just see, hey, Donald Trump tweeted something and Jerome Powell is talking about negative rates. It's going to go up. But there's way more depth to this, like there always is. Number one, Donald Trump saying good things about Jerome Powell or Jay Powell means that Jay Powell is probably agreeing to do what he wants. You have to understand that. Trump's the kind of guy that likes you if you agree with his agenda. So the fact that he's saying he had a really good, cordial meeting is very big contrast compared to calling him other names, like a terrible communicator, an enemy of the state, that our biggest enemy is Jerome Powell, not President Xi. That kind of language is used. So what does this mean? This means that Jerome Powell has not discounted the idea of using negative interest rates. All right, and it gets better. And this relationship that they have, or the reason Donald Trump's saying cordial, nice meeting, it was great, is because Jerome Powell is probably agreeing with Donald Trump, at least behind closed doors. And that's a look at the conversation behind closed doors. That's a very bullish thing for stock markets, very bearish thing for the US dollar, which is exactly what Trump wants. All right, in order to support the manufacturing return to the United States. So that's kind of the latest development, what's pushing markets up. He also said, I protested the fact that our Fed rate is set too high relative to interest rates of other competitive countries, adding that it should be lower than theirs, and that's that. All right. So lower interest rates when we're close to zero means that the stock market's going to rally on lower borrowing costs, lower input costs. They can fundraise cheaper, and consumers could spend more. And the debt cycle continues. There's going to be a big end to this debt cycle at some point, but fighting it right now doesn't make any sense. There's a saying in this business, don't fight the Fed, go with it, all right? If the market's going up, keep buying. You don't have to question it. You don't have to wonder why it's going. You don't have to wonder when it's going to turn. Just get with the program, and that's how you make the most amount of money, all right? Make the money and spend it how you will, but don't fight the Fed. It's a very painful process trying to short as this thing keeps hitting you all-time highs. It's a great way to lose your whole account balance. That's pushing markets up. Also, in other news, very bullish Dow type of event here, 737 MAX updates. It's day 3 of the Dubai Air Show, all right, and it's done much better than people had thought for Boeing, all right. The world's largest plane maker received bids for 50 737 MAX jets, which is the same jet that crashed twice, caused a lot of the concerns for Boeing, a lot of the sell-off pressure, a huge investigation, all right. Some things came to the door, substance cracks in their maintenance and mechanical processes. But now they got 50 orders, which is good. All right. This is a return of confidence to Boeing. It's going to help them. They got 50 bids. All right. And they're forecasting a potential December return for their grounded aircraft. The Boeing aircraft has been grounded for months, 737 MAX 8. All right. Kazakhstan based Air Astana said it plans to purchase 30 of these 737s. An undisclosed buyers plan to purchase 10. Turkey's Sun Express wants to buy 10 MAX 8 aircraft as well. All right. And Boeing is set to present this week to the board of Southwest Airlines, that is its largest 737 MAX 8 aircraft owner and investor, all right, with an overview of its plans, how to return to the market, how to return these aircraft into service, and what it means for the future of their safety. On that news, which is very positive for Boeing, it's up 0.8% pre-market, which is a big constituent of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or the Dow Index, and it's putting upside bid on it as well. So that's why things are a little bit bullish. Donald Trump, Boeing news, this impacts the market greatly. In today's markets, there's a little bit of a rally across the board. Japan's down 0.5%, and the only equity market to be down globally of the key ones we track. Hong Kong's up 1.6, China's up 0.9, India's up 0.5%. In Europe at midday, London's up 1.3, Paris is up 0.4, and Frankfurt's up 1 percentage point. So gains and strong gains in Europe as well. In the United States, Dow and S&P up 0.4%, along with NASDAQ. They're all advancing, and off these overnight highs that we've established, we're pulling down or pulling back from these levels and seeing a little bit of sell pressure into the open. That's been the trend. All right. I'm going to expose you to a big trend. But now that you know it, and now some guy's telling it to you for free on YouTube, it probably won't work anymore. The trend has been, and we've been banking on this in the trading room, overnight strength, early morning weakness into the opening bell, mid-morning reversal for fresh all-time highs into the afternoon. All right. If you haven't spotted that trend yet, there you go. It's free on the house. Enjoy it. And it may not work anymore. Crude oil is down 1% and continuing to slide lower as the Z contract is opening up for volume on the downside. And we expected that. We expect to see a stall out in crude. Downside prices are opening up. Gold's down 0.3% as equities advanced. It is now below its open and pushing for its overnight lows of 1465.10. We're pretty close to it. Bitcoin's down 4% to the low 8,000s. And this morning we had housing starts, and they did, how did they do? Down. All right. They were expected to be at 1.32. They came out at 1.314. It's not really a big miss, but it is a miss down nonetheless. It's above the low range of the estimate, so it's not causing any panic. Also, we had building permits that came out stronger than expected, 1.46 versus 1.38. And at 9 a.m., we have Fed's Williams speaking. Right now, at the moment, he's been speaking. 10 a.m., quarterly services report and e-commerce retail sales. All right. Fed's Williams just said on the newswire this year's interest rates have been very effective. Okay, so listen to that. He's ongoing at the moment. I'll bring the news up to you guys in the trading room on the mic. And for those of you guys YouTube, join us in the trading room. That's where all the action's at. After this morning market update, we start trading together, plan levels, execute trades, bring out breaking news, and collaborate as a team. All right. So I got for you guys. That's it. That ends the webinar or the morning market update. I'm going to end it with the ring of the gong. Got yourself a gong. We're going to annoy the crap out of our neighbors with this thing. Oh, there's impeachment inquiry hearings as well. But I wish you guys the best of luck today. Manage your risk, trade like trade pros. We'll see you for tomorrow morning's market update. And that ends today's session. Take care and be good today. I expect a little bit of a rally after a pullback this morning. Goodbye. These neighbors don't know what's coming to them. Bye, YouTube. All right, let's send it over to our oil desk here, and let's get